and now you are my Year 6s. Good morning, Year 6s, and today we've been very spoiled because our school has given each one of us an Olympus digital underwater camera to borrow. So today I'm going to teach you how to use it, and then we're going to go out on the oval and take some photos. And then our next class, when we go on our school excursion to the beach, we're going to take some more photos, and we're going to make sure we do some landscape photos, which we talked about in art, which are the photos of the whole area, so of the whole beach. And then we'll also take some close-up photos of plants and animals that we find. So we're also going to keep in mind the study we've been doing on ecosystems, and we'll, in art, how we've been studying lighting and angles in photography. Okay, so let's figure out how to use this thing. So this is the camera that you're each going to be given, and you turn it on by pressing this button at the top here that says power. So that's the first step. And then to zoom, you press the T button to zoom in and the W button to zoom out. There's also shaky hand, which to do it you press this and it puts a little shaky hand up the top there. And if you're going to use shaky hand, you use that because either your hand is shaking when you're trying to take the photo, or the object that you're trying to film is moving around, or the object that you're trying to take a photo of is moving around. There's the flash and the red eye option here, and up the side, as you can see, it's given you an auto option, a red eye option, a flash option, and a no flash option. So you'd use no flash if you really didn't want a flash, and a flash if it's really dark, and red eye as well for that reason. But I recommend you just leave it on auto. You guys should all be fine with that. Then there is exposure, which is this top button here. It's kind of hard to see. There is a circle there, and then there's the top button on the circle, and you can move it left or right to make it lighter or darker on the screen. Then there is the macro and super macro option, which is on this circle again in this corner on the left hand corner there, and you have it's off at the moment. And then the next option is macro, just regular, and then there is the super macro option, and you use these two if you're taking a photo of something that is close or something that is very close. So super macro is very close objects. Then there is, these are all the different settings to get to this one. If you didn't see that, we pressed this button, so you pressed it twice. Once does shaky hand, do it again, and it gets you onto the settings. And there is the movie setting, which you won't be using. The underwater snapshot setting, so this takes photos underwater. And since we are doing a beach excursion and we are going snorkeling, we'll be able to use this one as well. So that's the underwater snapshot, and then there's underwater macro, which is for if you're taking photos of something underwater which is really close. And if you guys forget any of these settings, it comes up on the screen with a little explanation there for you. So if you forget anything, it will tell you. So then there's also underwater wide photo, which is for wide shots, and then beach and snow photos. So that beach one might be good for a landscape. And then these shoot and select ones you can ignore. Auction you won't need, documents you won't need, behind glass you won't need, cuisine you won't need, museum won't be relevant, neither would fireworks, but we might get a sunset depending on how late we stay. Available light could be useful. Self-portrait could be good if you're taking a photo of two things moderately close but not close enough to classify for macro. And then candlelight won't be relevant, or indoor, or sport, or night and portrait, or night scene. But landscape and portrait will be good, and landscape will be good. And then the last one is portrait, so you could use that one. So they're the different settings. And then you can also go to menu down in this little bottom here, the bottom button there, and then you select image quality, which is the top button, and then we want to select the highest quality image. So this is just a checking one, so you check that you've got SHQ selected, which is super high quality. And then when we're taking a photo, so we're finally up to that stage, you press this button here, and you press it halfway, and then a little green dot comes up on the screen, and this means that the focus is locked and the exposure is locked, so you're ready to take a photo. And then so once that little green dot's there, you can press down the button and it will take the photo for you. And then if you're on the underwater setting, to get it to focus and lock the camera, you press the bottom bit of that circle there. So you just hold that one down and it will do the same thing with the green flashing light coming up there. And then for our final thing is to look back at the images. We press this second button there, which has a little play button, and that will show you all the photos you've been taking. And you use on this circle the left hand point of it to go flick back through the photos. And you can also zoom in on the photos with the W and the T that we used before. So you can use left and right to go back and forward, and then zoom in with W and T on your photos. Okay, so that's it for my tutorial. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll see you guys later.